Well, people come up with all kinds of New Year's resolutions, but one I don't hear about often is keeping your family safe. That should be square one for all of us, which is why the city of Grand Rapids is hoping to combine that important message with the fun of a Griffins game. We got Benjamin Rance. He is the Emergency Management Administrator for the city. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this partnership. How did this all come to be?
Well, really, we were looking for an opportunity to really meet people where they are. You know, one thing is the Griffins have had an amazing season so far. So really, we want to kind of focus on blending fun and entertainment with prioritizing emergency preparedness. And we thought this would be a great way to get out, not only talk to residents of Grand Rapids, but also visitors to come to these events and really talk about little things that they can do to just be a little bit more prepared going into the new year.
I love that. All right, and so you're giving away some stuff too.
We are.
So let's talk about the stuff that you're giving away and the messages you're trying to spread to the crowd.
Absolutely. We'll talk about the stuff first.
Okay, stuff first.
Okay, yeah. So the first 300 families in are going to get kind of like an emergency preparedness tote. That's this red bag we have here.
Okay.
It's going to have a lot of literature in it about little things that, you know, families and individuals can do to be more prepared. It actually has a checklist on the front of items that you can put in your emergency prepared kit. And actually what we're doing is giving away 10 emergency preparedness backpacks as well. So that's what I have here. We have a couple different items that you'll find in there, kind of like a small first aid kit, some multi-tools. We have like a personal hygiene kit, a NOAA weather radio, just to kind of help, you know, form the base of like an individual kind of like preparedness kit. We're also going to have some t-shirts we're handing out. And really the idea is to get people interacting with the staff from the city that really support public safety. We're going to have fire department staff there, police department staff, and really we want family, friends, kids to come up, interact with them, take a picture with them, and just really learn about what they do to keep everybody safe.
Absolutely. I mean, and these are simple things. What are some of the take-homes maybe that people will get at this game, along with, you know, really engaging kids? Because once you get the kids involved, that kind of sometimes helps spur the adults into thinking about it more, right?
Absolutely. You know, one thing we want to do is just show people how easy and simple it can be to be a little bit more prepared every day. One of our main focuses at this game is having people register for emergency notifications. And really what those are is we'll send out an official message, and we're trying to do three things. I call them the 3 A's. It's alert, awareness, and activity, right? So the alert, we're trying to notify you. Something out of the ordinary is happening that might present maybe some dangerous conditions. And then we have awareness. What is it? Typically when people think of alerts, they think of flash flood warnings, weather-related alerts, but they could be for public health or public safety as well. Hazardous materials releases or active shooters. And then we want the action part, the third A. So what do you do? Is it sheltering in place and waiting, or is it evacuating to another location? And really it's something so simple that people can do. We're gonna have QR codes and keywords all around the venue where people can actually take a look and register for those emergency alerts at the game.
Wonderful. So yeah, getting people, and that's how you kind of get the backpack. You got to register for the alerts.
Yes.
And then you're registered to win the big backpack with all of the fun things.
Yes.
What else do you hope people take away from this?
I think one of the biggest takeaways is that, you know, I remember something my dad taught me growing up. You know, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And I kind of think of preparedness in that light as well. It's better to have a plan, go over it, talk to your family and your kids, your spouse, your parents about what they would do in an emergency. Where is an evacuation point? What things to have in your emergency kit? Have those discussions now, so that way if something happens in the future, you're ready. And we're gonna have, at all of our tables, we're gonna have information about what to do to create a little family preparedness guide, and really just kind of help people think about that as they get into the new year. Maybe it could be one of their New Year's resolutions.
I think that's such a great idea. We appreciate this so much. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for coming to the game. So if you want to engage and go to a great hockey game, I mean, here's your chance. It's coming up January 2nd at Van Andel. Game starts at 7. Griffinshockey.com for your tickets. Now, if people want to learn more and they want to register, what else can they do? Where else can they go to do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if you can't make it to the game, we have a lot of information on the Grand Rapids Office of Emergency Management website. So we encourage people to check that out. We also have a very active Facebook page. And we also have information about how to register for emergency alerts on there as well.
Perfect. So
reach out to us.
Make it that basic. Just at least register for those alerts so that you are in the know, and then you can start working on that plan with your family.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that so much. Again, griffinshockey.com. You want tickets to this game. Otherwise, you can head to the city's website.